Okay, so get this. What if I told you one of the best trading lessons you could ever learn comes from a day where the trader made absolutely nothing? We're going to break down one trader's day, and I promise you what we find is a super simple but really powerful strategy, and maybe an even more powerful way to think about the market.
I mean, it's the question every single trader asks, right? You're staring at all these charts, the news is flying, numbers are flashing. How in the world do you find the actual signal in all of that noise? Well, the trader we're following today, they've got a fascinating and honestly surprisingly simple answer to that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play detective. We are literally going to piece together their main strategy just by looking at their recap from one single day. No crazy complex theories here, just one core idea that we can watch play out minute by minute.
All right, so what is this big secret? Well, it all boils down to one single word: alignment. Yep, that's it. This is the trader's secret sauce for spotting the exact moments when the market is about to make a really clear, decisive move. And here it is, straight from the source. This is the core idea, in their own words. The entire strategy hangs on this one simple concept. When your shorter-term charts and your slightly longer-term charts start singing the same tune, that's when you really, really need to sit up and pay attention. You know, I absolutely love the term this trader uses for this. They call it a flowy state. It's not just some dry, technical thing. It's more about feeling the personality of the market. You know the difference, right? It's that smooth, one-way street versus that choppy, unpredictable, chaotic mess. And check this out, they even have levels to this. When the 2-minute and the 5-minute charts line up, that's what they call the duo. And that's a solid move you can expect. But the real magic, that happens when the 15-minute chart joins the party. That's the trifecta. And according to them, that's the setup for their absolute greatest moves. We're talking deep, confirmed momentum here. Okay, so knowing when to look, that's the whole alignment piece of the puzzle. But knowing what to look for, that's the other half. And this trader has a pretty simple toolkit of specific patterns they keep an eye out for that basically act as the trigger. First on the list is the elephant bar. I mean, the name says it all, right? This is not a subtle little hint. This is a massive candlestick that literally screams, hey, there's been a huge, powerful shift in who's in control here. It's just pure conviction showing up on the chart. Next up, we've got the bull 180. Just picture it. The market is doing a complete 180-degree U-turn. The price is dropping. Sellers look like they're running the show. And then, bam, the buyers just rush in out of nowhere and aggressively yank the price in the other direction. It's a huge signal that the trend is changing, like right now. And the last tool in the kit is the tailbar. This one is all about reading the story that's happening inside a single candlestick. That long tail, that long wick, it's basically the evidence of a battle. The price tried to go one way, but it got smacked down and forcefully rejected. It's a massive clue that the momentum is just about to flip. All right, theory time is over. We've got the core idea of alignment. We've got the key patterns. Now let's see how this all actually played out in the real world on this specific day. So, first up, Intel. And this is just a perfect example of where the theory meets reality. It was a textbook setup for one of those explosive moves we were just talking about. And listen to the trader's exact thought process here. They spot the pattern, that big elephant bar, and it's happening right near a super important technical level, the 200 moving average. From experience, they know that this exact combo, well, it's basically the recipe for something big and explosive. See how all the pieces just click into place? The 2- and 5-minute charts were aligned. That's what put Intel on the radar. Then the elephant bar showed up. That was the trigger to pull. And the result? Exactly what the strategy was looking for, a huge, fast move to the upside. Okay, next up, let's talk about a trade in Walmart. Now, this one's really cool because it shows us that leveling up we talked about, going from the duo to the trifecta for an even more powerful signal. So with Walmart, the trader spotted not just 2, but all 3 timeframes lining up. The 2, the 5, and the 15-minute. That's the big one, the high alert signal. And right then, a bull 180 pattern pops up on the 5-minute chart. That's our U-turn signal. And that one move pretty much dictated how Walmart was going to behave for the rest of the day. Okay, so we've seen these awesome, explosive moves in Intel and Walmart. You're probably thinking this trader must have absolutely crushed it, right? Made a ton of money. Well, this is where the real lesson of the day kicks in, and it's probably not what you're expecting.
Yep, you're seeing that right. After spotting these picture-perfect setups, executing them well, the grand total for the day was pretty much zero, a break-even day. And I'm not kidding, this might be the most valuable piece of information in this entire breakdown.
And this final thought from the trader, it just says everything about what it means to have a professional mindset. Technically, after commissions and fees, it was a tiny losing day. But did they see it as a failure? Not at all. They saw it as a win for their education.
And this really drills down to the core of it all, doesn't it? For a pro, a good day isn't just about the money you made. It's also about, did you execute your plan? Did you stick to your rules? Did you walk away smarter and with a better feel for your strategy? That is a totally different and sometimes more important kind of win. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's this. Even a fantastic strategy isn't a guarantee you'll make money every single day. It's just not. The real win is in the process. It's all about that disciplined execution, learning something from every single trade, and keeping your eyes on long-term consistency instead of getting distracted by one day's profit or loss. And that really leaves us with one last thing to chew on. And honestly, it doesn't matter if you're a trader or you're trying to get good at anything else. What's the true definition of a good day for you? Is it all about that immediate result? Or is it about the progress, the learning, the stuff you pick up along the way?